All right, hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to episode 112 of the KBMOD podcast. Back again this week with the normal crew, 2 weeks in a row. That is not something that happens all that often anymore because we all have busy schedules. But glad to see that it is happening more. It's happening with me every week because I don't have a job. GG. And Nick really doesn't have a job either, so we're both usually here. I'm just kidding, Nick. I know you have a job. What do you do exactly, Nick?
Shut up.
What episode is it? What's the date?
And the date, I'm sorry, the date today is October 6th, 2013. Okay.
Boom.
You can catalog that, write it down in whatever fucking nerd journal that all you people out there have that you needed me to say the fucking date. My God. All right. I'm a little agitated because I lost 3 League of Legends games that were very winnable today. And let's start with someone here about what you've been fucking doing. Let's go. GG. I'm saying GG a lot too this week.
Stop saying GG after everything.
I can't. It's so catchy. GG.
I just want to welcome everybody to the Breaking Bad spoiler cast, where Walter White and Heisenberg are actually twins, and Skylar's been a ghost since season 1. Nobody realized, including her.
Well, I was hoping there would be some sort of zany plot twist like that at the end, like something completely out of nowhere, like M. Night Shyamalan bullshit in the last episode. Just like Vince Gilligan went off the rails.
Just completely lost his mind.
Yeah, he was just like, well, why don't we start with one of you gentlemen who was at Newegg?
Yes. Yeah, let's do it. Brandon, why don't you kick it off? I want to hear Brandon's take of how Newegg went. I'm interested in it.
Yeah, it went really well.
First, I would like him to confirm who won the build race.
Oh,
I
yes.
would like to know.
I don't know that. I don't know that we can.
Should you reveal that yet?
Reveal that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not going to spoil it. I don't know if someone else has already spoiled it, but
yeah.
Breaking Bad spoilers only, please.
John has already spoiled it on Twitter. It's okay.
Well,
I don't know.
He's a horrible
I just
person.
said Brandon got shit on. That's all.
Yeah. Pretty GG. Even with me as a handicap, and then John made me install wires, and we still had. Or put the wire the motherboard, and that took fucking forever. So even with that handicap, we still won. GG.
Well, I don't know. When I was watching the video,
again. GG again. It's not gonna stop.
It's not gonna stop ever.
Oh man.
GG cast.
Wait, you watched the video, right? Because they sent the private link.
I did watch the video. I won't go into too much detail on the video because you guys need to watch it. It's really funny for one thing.
Yeah, I think it came out good.
But we were actually sitting there in Bob's basement while we were cleaning it for LAN, and we were like, when they split up the teams, we were like, man, who's the bigger handicap, Fenton or Scott? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
In
It
what?
was me.
Yeah,
I didn't do
I thought it
anything,
would be
so
Nick.
Brandon didn't have a handicap. Brandon didn't have a handicap because Fenton didn't do anything but open boxes.
yeah. Like John forced me to do stuff, which
Oh,
I think actually ended up helping a little bit, maybe. Even though we did lose a lot of time on the whole wiring thing, but
I spent my time.
oh, you were doing voices, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick was doing like this character.
I was
Brandon
referring
a
to
doctor.
Brandon as doctor. I was his surgery assistant, and I was like a Southern woman. I was
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh, doctor, are you ready for the transplant, doctor?
That's what he was doing the whole
On
time.
this hot Atlanta day.
And Brandon's not even responding. Brandon's like sweating, trying to install the fans, and Nick's. And
Jesus.
it was funny, but yeah, it was a good time. Paul and Steven Newegg
Paul
were
and Steve
super
were great, yeah.
and yeah, they
We had
rolled-
some
took us out
delicious
to
pho
lunch.
as well.
Yeah.
Good.
I've heard good things. I've been meaning to try some pho. It's called PHO. It's Korean, I think, or Thai.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
It's
Okay.
fucking delicious. You know what I mean?
Those KBMOD shirts, bros, with the orange O look very stylish. Let me tell you that. I'm not
Yeah.
just saying that because I run this website. they
Not
really
just-
do look good,
Very
like
nice
on
shirts.
camera. I was like, man, those are good looking shirts.
Oh,
Did
got
you-
that.
We should tell them what logo that they put up first before Paul told them to correct it because they couldn't find.
Someone had to search for the logo, and they pulled the keyboards plus Max or Die one from the April
Troll
Fool
one, and that was going to be the background.
Yeah, he came in and he was like that
There
doesn't
it is,
look right.
Blacklight. He's got one now. He's got one. Well
He's
done.
got a fuck you,
Well
cost
done.
me everything shirt. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Everybody
that's-
who doesn't have one is so jealous right now. It hurts them. It pains them.
It makes me
want
happy Because my Twitter account is plastered all over people's chests now.
Dan, yeah, you've already achieved all the EFAM you could ever want with that retweet. So
I know.
There's also some good cameos from all
You should have photoshopped that
the
shirt to be
KBMOD.
420 retweets, though.
We should have.
That's true.
We should make the one that has the blurred out fuck with 420 retweets. We'll give that person, throw that person a bone if you need if you need a censored version. But yeah, I'm you sending pictures of Paul's hardware, like bookcase of like shelves full.
So hot.
Yeah, they have like a little isolated area kind of away from the rest of the office because obviously they do video shoots and whatnot, and it's just like hardware heaven in there. They have monitors everywhere.
Stacks of 3960Xs up to the ceiling.
Yep.
Stack it to the ceiling.
It's so funny though, because like talking to him, he was like, "It's so hard to appreciate all this hardware because it's his job, right? He's got to power through them in like a day or 2 days to like test them." And he's like, I can't appreciate it because it's like, okay, well, I got 5 more video cards to go through by the end of this week or whatever. So
yeah, it actually did look overwhelming to see all of that hardware. It's like at a certain point, you're like, oh man, I can't even enjoy this stuff. And it's not like he gets to take it home and game on it and whatever. It's like it's all for work. So.
So crazy.
Yeah,
sometimes just touching the hardware is enough, though.
But I can think of worse jobs for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And they're also kind of isolated away because like the cubicles on the one floor were pretty tight, but they have a nice isolated space with closed doors, so they're pretty baller where they are. And they showed us the factory too. We got to see the factory, which was cool.
The warehouse.
And how they take the
warehouse,
pictures. The coolest part, or the warehouse. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, how they take the pictures was the coolest shit ever.
Super sick. Where they make those
for like
3D
the product
photos.
pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
For
that's
the
cool.
site, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, they have like they have a window straight to the warehouse, and I guess they hand them into the photo area. They do the photos, and they hand them right back, like out to the warehouse.
That's crazy.
Really, really neat setup.
It's a mark of efficiency. That place for sure.
But I remember Paul saying too how he got there. I believe he was just like working at Newegg. It's just as a normal dude, and they eventually
He was in
were
the back in the warehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Hey, we're looking for somebody to make some videos, man."
Yeah, I wonder how that came about. Like, did he say like
those guys definitely have the best job there, though, for sure. Like their environment seems super fun.
Yeah, that would be sweet. So yeah, those guys were at Newegg building the. I think one PC is with Scott and one is with Nick right now. I believe, or something like that. Correct. So the 3770K and 770 in one of them and a 760 in the other, otherwise completely identical. We'll be giving those away on the Extra Life Marathon November 1st through the 3rd through a raffle system. Again,
the funny thing is, thinking about those builds now, the CPU and the GPU are actually two of the lesser like the less remarkable parts in it, because it has 2400 memory. It has an Asus Maximus motherboard in each one, like a $200-300 motherboard, and the NZXT Phantom with the Kraken water cooler from NZXT. It's like a $110 water cooler.
Yeah.
So it's like the rest of the parts in the build are actually like the best parts of it.
And I can vouch for the case.
The cases are beautiful. Yeah, Dan. Oh my God, we were like.
And the water cooler fits up perfectly. Like the radiator and everything fits up really nicely and looks nice in the case. So.
By the way, if you want to stream on those PCs, you will be more than happy with that 2400 megahertz memory too. That will help you. It sounds dumb, but faster memory doesn't help you too much in gaming. In the grand scheme, but for things like streaming, it will really provide you with a few more frames here or there. So,
if you're looking for something to improve your game, you're going to need something other than RAM.
By the way,
Nick Jenkins puts on his gunners.
Shoutouts to Blackliteattack.
Holy shit!
For being the Rob Delaney of gunner trolling.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean when you say trolling.
Those tweets should be like thousands of favorites.
You should make a
so
like a living room table book with those tweets. I would buy it.
It's like something to put on the
the coffee table.
The coffee table in front of the TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I actually got a response too.
I saw.
finally got my
You
first
did
response.
get the response.
My proudest tweet of all time that has ever been tweeted at me was Gunner Optics. Makes me very happy.
What did they say? I forget though. It was something like, I don't know.
The tweet.
They were saying something about esports, and I said, hey, I love esports and the contributions Gunner has made. Also, where do you think we go when we die? and whoever was on the Twitter account that day was like, thanks, and I have no idea.
That's what it was. That's the one I said.
Yeah. It was hashtag I, because they were doing something about hashtag I care.
Too good.
God, it's so
It was pretty
good.
sweet.
On the other hand, you say the Gunners do help with eye strain. So.
They do, yeah. Actually, not even kidding. They are great with the eye strain thing. Like, noticeable difference. I forgot them one day at work, and I came in and like the amount of eye strain I had after using them for about a week and then not having them was like really noticeable. Like, I was driving home and I was like, ah, God, my fucking eyeballs. It was literally, yeah. It actually helps a lot. Not even kidding.
So
They will make you a pro gamer as well. So
that, yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
Luckily,
My reflexes are insane.
it's really.
They accelerate the light going into your so that you have faster reaction times because you're seeing everything about 0.1 seconds ahead of everybody else. 0.1 milliseconds.
Welcome to the bro pile, Drake. I44.
Wow.
Welcome, new subscriber.
New sub.
Hit him with the
Sub
emotes.
Drake.
Sorry for our audio version people, but we gotta shout them out when it happens. Here comes the spam, gents. But yeah, as far as gaming and other things, what were you up to this last week, Brandon?
Played a little bit of League ARAMs. Tried the Battlefield 4 beta, which I guess we might talk about more, but I'll go ahead and say I don't know that I really like it. I don't know. I've played like 5 matches now, and it's just like, eh.
I found the
so much
loading.
about
your thing.
I think that map's just bad, to be honest.
Maybe it is the
think
map. The map feels very much like Modern Warfare 3, where there's 20 different angles I can always be shot from, and I don't know. It's just like I'm not getting a whole lot of enjoyment out of it. It doesn't run that well, especially, and like that's one of the biggest.
It runs like garbage. Let's just be straight with it.
It runs.
Well, I mean,
I get 100 plus FPS all the time.
Well, I get 100% CPU usage. Is that equivalent?
I haven't even tried it on my young 470, so
You probably don't want to.
Yeah, you will
It'll be a
get
bad time.
the shit kicked out of you.
1440 by 900? Maybe not.
Yes, you will
Still?
still get the shit kicked out of
Okay.
you. I think.
We'll see.
I did update the beta drivers, but the loading screens were so good that I just decided not to try it again after watching them for an hour and a half on stream the other
Jesus.
night. So, yeah, that's why it's a beta. You say it's a beta, but it's not a beta.
It's a demo.
It's a demo.
Yeah.
Well, like
Comes
the
out
thing
in
is,
like 3 weeks.
I'm willing to give them a pass on some of the performance stuff, especially since now I'm running SLI, so I don't expect that stuff to be perfect, which is why I'm trying to ignore that piece of it. Like, that's not good. But playing today, like I've played 5 or 6 matches now, and I just don't. I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like all the clutter. Like when I go to choose a weapon, there's that whole deploy screen and like little messages popping up. Like, it is such a complicated game, and I just don't feel like I'll ever put in the time to
Was
really
it you
care
that
about it.
tweeted? Somebody else might have tweeted this about how much shit there is on the screen. Like
There's just so much. Like,
Wait, the UI is all that
too.
different, or the
The
HUD?
UI's too cluttered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like the deploy screen and everything else you have to do to actually get in the game is so much more complex than it used to be. I agree that that's a problem for sure.
I mean, I like a kind of a complex game that's not dumbed down. But I mean, you look at the key bindings page. There are 100 different key bindings. Like, the key bindings page looks like Arma, you know, with all of the different things you can bind, and then just like choosing all your loadouts, and it's like every different class has like 20 different guns. But obviously, at level 0, none of them are available. And I played about 5 matches, and I'm still level 0. I'm almost level 1 after 5 matches. It's like, how do you expect people to get into this when I see absolutely no progression at all? I just see a bunch of stuff that maybe it's cool, maybe it's not, but like it's all locked away. I don't know. My first impression was not great.
I really just
I haven't
don't
tried
enjoy
it,
the
so-
map.
can't.
I think that's my
okay.
biggest concern. It's just the map's too vertical. I think, like verticality in a map's great, but when the entire basis of the map is verticality, it's a problem.
Yeah,
It definitely is partially the map too, but I don't know.
flashing back to
It's
some
not-
of the maps on GoldenEye.
It's not like I'm not willing to pay $60 for it to see if the other maps are better. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
So-
if you're gonna have just one map open in your beta, you gotta make sure it's a good map that's representative of everything. And if
Well, they did the same thing last year. Like they opened up Metro, and then everybody was so fucking frustrated with it that like towards the end of the beta, they just unlocked Caspian Border as well. And I'm hoping they do that for this, so I can get excited for it. I'm gonna buy it either way, but I want the excitement.
Yeah. So anyway, I played that a little bit. You know, I'm glad that there is the beta, so I can try it before I spend money on it. But it hasn't been that great. And the other thing that I played a little bit of actually with Nick Fenton is the America's Army open beta,
Proving grounds. Surprisingly fun.
Yeah,
fun.
So
That's
where
surprising,
BF4.
So when do you ship out?
I think it'd just be fun.
America's
Why does
Army.
it have to be surprising that America's Army is good?
Because
The
I
first game
wasn't
was
going
good.
The
into
last
it.
iteration was terrible. It was
No,
so bad.
no,
The first one was
that's-
great. The last one was really bad.
What? The
Oh, this
first
is the
one, they were
third
the
one?
same game.
No, they released a new updated version of America's
Oh, okay.
Army like 2 years ago that was really, really bad.
Oh, okay. So there you
Like,
go.
I
real-
apparently have never seen that because I didn't know there was like a new
You should
version.
go look that up.
Well, you're
there
not
was
on
a
the
new-
America's Army grind, dude. All right. So
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, the original America's
Fucking
Army
communist.
was probably one of the original like hardcore games, and the new version is much more like
Arcadey.
casual. Casual isn't the right word. Yeah, like arcadey. It's definitely
it's-
not
well,
as intricate and like
I guess
not
it would be
as
arcadey in terms of like not even like a sim game, but like I don't know. It's like
just
it's
much-
hardcore, but it's not like super hardcore.
the barrier to entry is way lower. Like on the
Yeah.
original America's Army, they had the training, they had a bunch of different stuff that like you just couldn't get into a game and start playing and have any idea what you were doing. This new version is a lot more accessible, but I still really found it pretty good. Like for all the things I didn't like about the BF4 beta, like the America's Army beta is actually pretty solid, runs pretty well. Like I played for a bit with Nick, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see. I want to see more maps because they only have.
Yeah, I think there's only 3.
maps.
Wait,
Yeah.
4. I think 4
But-
sounds right. Yeah.
But that America's Army is pretty good. I look forward to playing more.
It's free.
It's
You can get it on Steam.
yeah, free to download. I don't
How many
even know.
people are playing right now?
Yeah.
Enough to get into a full game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll try it out.
More
So
people than
30.
are playing
30
Strides.
or-
probably.
Enjoyable. It's enjoyable.
No, there were quite a few full servers.
all right, I'll get
Yeah.
it. I'll get
And
it.
you can host your own server in the beta,
Oh, nice.
which is kind of cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool that they allow that already.
Yeah, and
Or
I don't
free to
know if
play.
it's no, I don't know if it's free to play or just free. Like I'm not sure if there's even a monetization strategy. I
There
didn't
might
see
not be.
one. I didn't see one, but that was what was cool about the original America's Army is that it was just free. There was no
It was
free to play.
Well, it was a recruitment, mind-washing
Well,
game.
I mean,
Tinfoil
the-
hat,
You didn't know that their
Fisher over
conversion. You
here.
didn't know that their conversion rate, Brandon, from people that downloaded that game was 100%.
Actually,
Every single one, yeah.
I was playing it. I was playing it earlier in the week, and I was literally playing with a Vietnam veteran. It was like the weirdest and coolest thing ever.
well, that's
It
what
was
was
very
that happened
strange.
all the time in the original America's Army, and they even had I don't even know how they confirmed this or how you got into it, but there were special badges for people who were actually in the military playing the game, and you would see those people.
Yeah,
all
those
the
people.
time.
Those people joined because they thought it was a pre-order bonus.
Jesus.
Well, you're heading to Iraq, son. Wait, what? I just
But yeah.
what?
Yeah,
They
so
literally
aside-
come to your house and take you as you're playing the game out in your boxers and just load
It's
you in
actually
the
it's
truck.
actually in the terms of service.
They
that,
would come
you
to
agree
my house
ship.
and
you
be
gotta
like,
watch
"This is a
ULA
short
really
fat
close.
man who's out of breath walking up
Yeah.
a hill. We are
Like,
not."
I'm not going to make any of the training, so GG.
It's definitely fun. Like I'm not like into military sims, but it's not paced like it has kind of a military sim feel. I mean, you have to play it a little slow, but it's super tense and super. I don't know. It's just
it's
really
a
fun.
good balance, I think, for anyone who enjoyed the original one. It's more fast-paced than that, but it's still slow enough to where if you run out in front of your team and get shot, you're down for. It's like a more serious Counter-Strike, and it's always been like that. But like if you get shot at the beginning of the round, you're just done for like 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, you can get revived, but if you get shot in the head, you can't get picked up because
you have me
got
at
shot in the head.
What?
You would probably like it, Scott. It's pretty damn fun.
Right. I'll download it. Yeah, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
It's free.
You should actually
Nothing
play
I
it.
enjoy games where I'm punished for death, and
I kind of feel like playing it
out.
after the podcast now.
It's a good point, John. It is.
I'm just gonna skip the
enjoyed it.
middleman and join the army.
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys are wasting your time.
That's clearly the next step. There's no.
That's
going
actually
from-
why my webcam isn't on. I'm on a giant jumbo jet over to Afghanistan right now,
The
so
connection's really good. I'm
That's
surprised.
some
Yeah.
based internet.
You're on the
you got
Verizon
going
Wi-Fi card or what?
I mean, they hook us up when we're in here. Hoo-ah Marines, whatever.
There's
you know.
actually no pro scene for America's Army because you're just in the military.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah.
The stakes are the highest. That would be the best esport ever.
Instead of joining a clan, you join a platoon.
The best part is if you put 40 hours into the game, you actually don't have to undergo basic training. You just skip boot camp.
All right, I'm listening. I can
So
sit
yeah,
down.
that was pretty much it.
You pick who goes next, Brandon. We'll do it this way. We'll do it this way.
I pick my teammate Nick Fenton.
Besides America's Army, I think the only thing I can think of is a little bit of Smite. I haven't played like a whole lot of video games this week.
But
So you get bodied by Orb on his
he was-
YouTube channel.
Yeah,
He was busy with someone sleeping on his somewhat uncomfortable futon.
and I was busy like keeping my cat in a headlock so it would stop going and bothering Brandon while he was sleeping on the couch.
Yes.
what about Q Dance? I heard you went.
Oh
to
yeah,
dance.
me and Scott went to Q Dance, and it was like really, really hard and really, really intense. It was hard style.
I
for,
watched.
And hardcore.
99% of the whole show.
I watched Scott's. I think it was an Instagram video, not
Yes.
Vine. But I was like, that just sounds like the worst to me.
No,
No,
it's so good.
You have to be there. It
my-
doesn't translate at all. Like on
Yeah,
a shitty
my
iPhone, you
thought-
can't really tell. But
my
I was
thoughts
like,
going-
wow, those dudes are just like, it's just
You
a
would-
million drums at once, and I'm
You
dying.
would get
going
so
into
hyped,
it-
Dan.
I was going into it being
so
like,
hyped.
I'm probably not going to enjoy this. It's going to be way too
Yeah.
hard. I'm going to feel like overwhelmed because it's so like fast and like
Same.
so bassy. But no, it was like when you're there, it's just really, really good.
Yeah, you would like it, Dan. When you come out here, we're gonna go to a fucking hardstyle show, and you have no choice. So
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna put you on my shoulders, and you're gonna take off your shirt. And when they tell all the ladies to get on the shoulders, and you'll be my lady. It will be great.
my
yeah,
boobs
no,
fly
Q dance.
around.
Q dance is super. Oh, Nick, you were still going. Sorry. Go ahead.
Was I? Oh no, that was pretty much it.
Okay.
Alright.
Whoa, boring.
Sweet.
Whoa,
I
dude.
I didn't really play much.
Pick somebody, Nick.
Played the game of life at Q dance. So
I guess we can go to Scott then because he was also a Q Dance brother.
you don't need to see me. See the cat. What did I play this week? I played League of Legends. Obviously, I played some CS:GO for a little bit because I hadn't played the game since like all these updates, and people were telling me that it's better, and it definitely did feel a little bit better. The first round I had, I got 4 kills with the Deagle, and I was like, "Oh, the Deagle's fixed." And then I picked the Deagle again and died 6 times in a row, unable to kill anything. So the Deagle's not fixed. But yeah, the game feels pretty good. Like I think they have definitely made improvements. It kind of made me want to go. I'm obviously trying to start doing some videos for my channel. So what I might do is, I don't think I ever got a ranking in Go, so I might get a group of us together if you guys want and play some CS:GO ranked and just like record the journey of frustration that I'm sure it will be. But
I will only play
out the
ranked,
rank
so
system. Yeah,
Yeah.
play the rank system. So I played that, played some CSS, played some League. I'm trying to think of anything else. That's about it this week for me. Not too much variety. So, no, Katie's in. You can't be on my team. Go fuck yourself. Anyone else? Oh, John. John has to go.
Not really too much this week. I've been leveling a warrior for like the last week and a half or something on WoW because I'm bored. BF4 beta. and I'm kind of in the same boat as Brandon, though I don't think I don't like it. I just don't know if I like it yet.
Yeah.
I played like 2 or 3 games of Smite out of boredom, and Ada has a gaming PC now, so that's fucking sweet.
Oh, nice.
What'd you think about Smite? What modes did you play on Smite? Like
Arena or whatever it is.
Oh.
Wasn't there some big Smite tournament today or something? Or am I
like they
do. Yeah, they have a charity thing this weekend, but they do tournaments every weekend. They have an NA and an EU tournament every weekend.
All right.
You like to spend the dollars on the tournaments?
So who's next, John? Me or Blacklight?
Blacklight, you're last.
You don't have gunners yet, so.
Yeah. Plus, he's wearing that shirt, so.
He is wearing that shirt.
True. I got the double whammy going on. I clearly take priority. I've been hitting more of the Final Fantasy thing, but last week I said I was playing like 15 different Final Fantasies, and they've all just been cast to the wayside to make room for the behemoth Final Fantasy VII, because I'm just completely dedicated to that game.
Isn't there a new Pokemon out soon?
Is this the new WoW people or what? Is this the new WoW? Is this going to take over?
I am playing Final Fantasy 14, but
14. You said 7.
Final Fantasy 7 was that's like the single player PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I've just been hitting it hard, trying to get ready for this charity marathon that I'm doing of the game, playing it start to finish. And I've improved my disc 1 time by like an hour, which is awesome. I have the 3 major bosses that are problems.
You were getting so mad.
I was ready to fucking strangle Cloud. Cloud Strife is the biggest piece of shit on the entire planet. If you throw 3 cover materia onto him, and Materia Keeper has like a 13% chance to even get an attack through on Tifa, and Cloud just fails to cover with a 60% cover chance fucking every time. None of you know what I'm talking about, but fuck Cloud. Fuck Cloud. He's an idiot. Anyway, that being said, I've also been playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm ready to move on to Disc 2 practice of Final Fantasy 7. Which is probably going to be like tonight or tomorrow. I'll start on that, and then Disc 3 should be easy because it's just the last 3 bosses, really.
You just go straight to Crater or whatever, basically.
Yeah, you don't even. Yeah, as soon as the Crater opens up, like you just go. When you're doing a speedrun and a minimum level run, you don't do any of the side quests or anything. The closest thing to a side quest you do is you have to go to the sunken Gelnica, the Shinra plane that crashes under the sea, because that gets you the double cut materia or like the slash all or something. Important. Something that actually comes in really handy.
So what level will you be when you fight?
Around 30.
That is insane.
It is insane. Killing Materia Keeper at like level 15 is fucking obnoxious.
To put this in perspective,
Demon's Gate at level 20.
I think I beat Sephiroth the first time at like level 70. Like I beat the game or something at level 70.
And you beat him at level 30. I know in my Let's Play I was probably around level 45 when I fought Demon's Gate, and I beat him today at level 20.
That's crazy.
So, Demon's Gate is completely RNG. If he just rolls good, he just ends your run. He's just, no, you're done. It's kind of bullshit, but it's at the same time it kind of gets you thinking. It's more tense that way. You're like, at any second, bad RNG could end this. At any second, it's pretty cool. But yeah, there is a new Pokemon coming out, and everybody's talking about it. A couple of places in Canada and I think Italy ended up selling it early, and a whole bunch of people got it. So there's a whole lot of leaks going on. We know all the new Pokemon and all that, which is kind of cool. I mean, this is the first time they're finally going 3D, which is like, maybe like 10 years late, but it's happening finally. All and right. They're actually adding some character customization, just all things that like should have been in an RPG series that's this old and just have not been. And apparently they cut down on. Yeah. Well, one problem for those of you who don't play Pokemon, one problem that Pokemon has been having that gets increasingly bad with each generation is the amount of just bullshit filler tutorial text. It's like this game series is how old, and it's really not that complicated when you get down to the basics.
I remember watching a speedrunner go through like he would beat a whole Pokemon game in like 4 hours or something. Like, it was crazy fast. But the beginning tutorial text with him just spamming through it was still like 5 minutes.
It's so padded and weighed down with just bullshit, unnecessary dialogue. That's like, it's like really spoon feedy. It's like just really, it's like insulting to the player's intelligence. I understand that it's a game that was aimed at kids, but that doesn't mean you have to load it down with text, because kids don't fucking read that. Are you kidding me? I was playing Final Fantasy VII when I was 9, which is about the age most of these kids, and that's way more complicated. It doesn't give you any sort of it gives you a little bit of tutorial, but nothing that bad. And then it's, you just let kids figure it out themselves. They're smarter than you give them credit for. It's just, but apparently this one has the one coming out this month is started to cut down on that. So it's something they finally got. But other than that, yeah, not much.
I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV, and that's pretty much it. I got very frustrated with Shadow Warrior this week and pretty much rage quit it on stream. That game is good, and I like it a lot, and it's great to look at, and the gameplay is fun, but man, does it get tedious. It just gets so tedious. Because it's just like, area, fight guys in area, move on. Like, door is now unlocked. Fight guys in area, door is now unlocked. For 15 hours. So
that's pretty shitty.
I like Shadow Warrior. I do like the game, but it was just like I played for like an hour and 20 minutes on stream, and then I was just like, I don't really want to do this again. Like after I died once. So I was like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. But other than that, I've just been playing Final Fantasy XIV, which is, in my opinion, the best looking game I have ever played at this point. I actually think that. I think it's the best looking game I've ever played.
Everybody needs to go find right now the YouTube on YouTube the opening trailer for the game where it's like the whole big warfare thing and somebody summons Bahamut. It's the most ridiculous opening cinematic to any game I've ever seen.
Katie Zen in chat says that's a big statement. That's actually I actually think it's the best looking game.
Is this have potential to be a WoW killer?
No.
Why? Is it just
because it's too complicated? It's too grindy. I wouldn't say it's for a niche audience because it's got like 1 million something players already, which is a lot for an MMO that isn't WoW.
Still,
but
it's
subscription based, right? Like most, or
it is subscription based. You have to pay $30 for the base game, then you have the $15 subscription. You have a couple cheaper options, but it doesn't save you that much money. It's still
you can get the game for $20 or so. Through Green Man Gaming with codes, but it is very grindy. I'm level 35. I've been playing for probably, I don't know. I actually have no idea how long I've played, but probably 60 hours of that game so far, if not more. And I'm level 35. Doing professions in that game is a soul-sucking grind, like nothing else. It is worse than WoW in every way. If anyone here has ever leveled professions in WoW, it is nowhere near as bad as it is in Final Fantasy. Because it's like 4 clicks to get a point. You can't just sit there. In WoW, you can just set it and forget it if you get all the materials you need to craft something.
Yeah, and then you just blast it all out.
You are constantly clicking. Like,
it is kind of neat in the idea that they make a mini game out of it, and you kind of have to sort of gamble. You have like the item's durability that you start with, and then you have to spend durability to either make progress or you can improve the quality of the item. But you have to make sure.
But you can't even improve quality. You can't even improve quality till like level 5 or something like that. But anyway, it's really grindy, and that's the reason that it won't kill WoW. It's not easy to play, and I finally got to a fight where it was like, yep. Idiots play this game too. I did Titan for the first time. And,
you saw me tweeting about that when I did it, didn't you?
I'm sure people who haven't played WoW even know the old saying in MMOs: "Don't stand in the fire." Like on boss fights, obviously fire is bad; it will hurt you. Don't stand in it. People, after 50 hours or whatever it takes to get to level 35, you manage to pick up your job and like do all this complicated shit, and you still can't get out of this giant glowing thing that the boss puts out, which knocks you off the level and you die.
Wow.
Like, there's no getting you back after you get hit by it.
And they will continue to stand in it. And it's always like your healer or something. I mean, you're the healer, but...
I just watched my DPS stand in front of the guy and get hit by his cleave and then get hit by the AoE, and then I was just like, I'm done, dude, I'm out.
It's always like the casters... who have to stand. Like, I'm sitting there like I have 200 ping and I'm able to dodge that. It's not hard. If I can dodge it, you should definitely be able to dodge it. Unless you have like 300 ping. It's bullshit.
So I don't know what you people out there are doing, you casuals, but get out of AoEs.
Filthy plebs.
Why you gotta hit on the noobs, Dan? Come on.
At that point, you are not a noob. You've played for so many hours at that point.
Yeah.
Like.
Can't even argue with that. That's true.
30
One thing I
but-
find kind of frustrating about the game is the level 40 to 44 so far has been really slow going for me. Because if you don't run into a lot of fates while you're questing, if you just
Yeah,
have
it
bad
gets
luck
slow.
with fates, you end up running out of quests.
What-
And then you have either your option to do leave quests, which are
It's
the
grind.
most boring and grindy and offer very little experience compared to regular quests, or you can do dungeons. And if you have the misfortune of having picked a DPS class before you started, before you even knew anything about the game, and me, I love Dragoons, so I picked Dragoon. Turns out it's a DPS class. My queues are like 45 minutes minimum. It's
Yeah.
pretty absurd.
So it's a real
It's
grindy
bad.
game, but I would say what it will attract and what I've seen on Twitch is that a lot of Twitch streamers, it is not just casual play of that game. It is the most hardcore of the most hardcore are the guys streaming on Twitch, which is awesome.
Other
And
than
I
Path of Exile, I'd argue Path of Exile
Path,
is more hardcore.
yeah, Path has Crip, those guys too, but I think that the old WoW hardcore rating people would really like high-level Final Fantasy. From what I've watched, it is very, very difficult. The hard mode stuff is very hard. So I'm pretty excited about getting to max level. It's just going to be a while. That's all there is to it.
I'm actually pretty excited about getting max level and then changing my class.
But I saw,
not
to
because
put this in perspective, I saw some dude who was max level in like 7 classes. And I was
Jesus.
like, this guy literally has no life. Like, it not even, that's like a cliche thrown out there, like no lifer. This guy he's not getting up except to go to the bathroom. And
Dan, weren't you like top in the world at something on World of Warcraft at one point in your life?
I was, yeah, but we only raided 3 nights a week for 4
okay.
hours a
All right.
night. We were like really rationing on that time. The
Wait,
only
do you
time I
think-
played super hardcore was when me and John were both playing my character to PvP grind, and that was because we were against bots, and bots don't sleep. So we weren't allowed to sleep either. But we got to rank 12, and then I was just like, I can't do this anymore. It was too much.
By the way, I think it's cute that you think that guy actually gets up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
He shits in a tube sock, spins it, and throws it out the window into his neighbor's yard.
So that's what I did. I also went to the doctor for the first time forever because I was so sick that I had to go to the doctor, which I have not
Did you
done
get
in
medicines?
years. I do not go to the doctor easily. Yeah, I got some antibiotics, and I'm still feeling it, but I'm a lot better than I was. Also, we started cleaning out Bob's basement, which was
I saw the
like-
photo. GG. The fucking under the steps, really? That's where I'm going to be
Yeah.
relegated to? It looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, Harry Potter ass motherfucker.
Just
God
oh,
damn
also I have to register the Twitch channel, the other Twitch channel here at some point. But the confession booth is a go. The real world style confession booth is a go.
Oh, that's sick.
But Sean has a setup where it's going to be crazy. So the setup for Skype, like you guys who are in Cali will obviously be on Skype, and then our Skype will be the room mics, and Sean's going to have it so that he's going to have it set up so that the audio for people at LAN will be able to hear everything in their headphones. So
What?
yeah. So he's
That's
going to
insane.
have it like set up through a mixer and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be cams all over Bob's house. There's going to be a nap cam, I'm pretty sure. So it should be sweet. We have things we have planned right now for LAN. So we'll just November 1st through the 3rd, guys. Put it on your calendar. 7 p.m. Eastern is tentatively the start.
Can there
Friday.
not be a nap cam?
No, there needs to be a nap cam.
That's pretty creepy.
There's got to be accountability.
So we're going to
See
be
how you
playing.
like the accountability when I'm pounding your sleeping ass, Brandon.
He's not going to be there,
On
so
Not
my
gonna be
sleep
there.
boner.
Never mind.
My weird sleep boner will be showing up on cam.
I have chronic nap chubs.
I talked about this
Medical condition.
a little bit last time, but things you'll be seeing on LAN, as far as games include COD 4. Did I just lose all sound?
I can hear
No,
you.
you sound
Okay.
good.
Alright, that was weird. Things you will see include group games, such as, like, CSS, CSGO, COD 4, all that kind of stuff. Gary's mod stuff, most likely. Dive kick tournament is happening. Scott playing Outlast, and possibly, we don't have a guarantee on this yet, but possibly a build of Daylight coming our way for Scott to play as well.
I want to do a Mirror's Edge run. I'm getting close to that 1 hour.
I think John's going to do some TF2 mixes or something of that nature. But those kind of things. Portal 1 race with everybody. Literally everyone. Everyone can watch Bob spend 45 minutes trying to break a glass window with a laser in Portal. It'll be fantastic. But there's going to be all kinds of stuff going on. But, yeah, November 1st through the 3rd. Mark your calendars. It will be a blast for everybody.
Yep.
And let's beat 100K. It'll be pretty sweet. And on that note, we're going to take a 3-minute commercial break here, and then we'll be right back with some news, bros. So sit tight.
Now that we got that commercial break, let's just make sure that everybody knows we're only, for those of you who have ad block and those of you who are subscribed, we're only doing 3-minute commercial breaks because we're sellouts and we hate you.
Yeah, that's true.
Clear.
That's true.
That's the only reason. There are no other ulterior motives there.
Turn off your ad block, you fucks. Watch the ads. And if you are subscribed, the least you could do is open up another tab and watch the ad in a different window. Maybe
Incognito mode, you
Maybe
dumb
click through
fucking
once.
ingrates.
Click through, you fuckers.
Don't tell them
I'm
to
done.
click through. That breaks the AdSense TOS. But you don't own this
That's right.
site, so it's okay.
That's right.
Only if Twitch directed us to click ads would that be illegal. We found that out when we got a notice from AdSense after the first Extra Life, when Utorak and the Andrew and those guys did their first marathon. They told everybody to go to KBMOD and click through ads, and we made way more than we normally make off AdSense. And AdSense sent us a letter, and it was like, "Did you scam us?" Was basically the gist of the letter. Did you guys just? Did you? And they were like, "We're gonna hold."
And to go fuck off.
Well, they were like, "We're gonna hold this payment for 10 days and just look into this a little more." And it was legit. It ended up being legit, but we're like, "No, we didn't tell anybody to do anything."
Yeah.
No, we were not botting. I'm sorry, but
I don't know, a bunch of stupid KBMOD hacktivists. Your 4chan and your bots.
That's all we do.
See, thank you. Ram the Bomb says, I opened one incognito mode. You happy there? Is that good, you fuckers? Ram, I am happy. Thank
Answer
you.
your question, yes, to all those things.
I'm happy.
We're good. TYBB.
Oh man, I've just been hawking up a lung for 3 days. It's been
Dan,
good.
you got the black lung, dude. It's like you've been working
Well,
in
actually,
the
it was-
mine shaft.
It was, they were like, well, it's a good thing you came to the doctor today, because this would have been pneumonia by next week. So I was
Jesus.
like, oh,
Dang.
sweet, great.
Good.
So that's
good.
the second September, October-ish time, in second year in a row, where I've gotten pneumonia or almost gotten pneumonia at the same time of year.
I think I've never had pneumonia yet. Still time.
Well, you could have walking
weeks.
pneumonia. You could have
Oh,
walking
maybe.
pneumonia and not even know it.
I get sick literally maybe once a year, but when I get sick, it's really bad. It's all of the times where if I just got sick a little bit over the year, I think it would be better.
Yeah.
Because then when it
Watkins
nukes you, it
pneumonia.
nukes you, nukes me
Yeah,
forever.
it gets bad. Hacktivists.
Activist.
Hacktivist. I just find hacktivist to be a funny word.
It is a funny word.
Also all atheists.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we are back. We are back from commercial, guys. And the first order of business, we obviously talked Valve last week with the big Valve announcements. This week, the Steam Machine specs, which they didn't announce with the big announcement. Who knows why it took an extra 4 days or whatever it was, or an extra week. They have announced the specs on all these things. And the Valve prototypes are all over the board, which is probably a good way to do it if you're Valve. Processors, this is according to Anatech, i7 4770s, i5 4570s, i3s. I'm guessing these are all Haswell. But some of them have all the memory looks like 16 gigs of DDR3 1600 in all of the machines. And then various video cards in these. So if you're a guy who gets into this beta and you get one with a Titan, congratulations, sir. You've won the internet, because you could just take that Titan out of that prototype later if you want and throw it in your gaming PC. Titans 780s, 760s, 660s. They did partner with NVIDIA. They said that to make some of this stuff happen. So, bunch of NVIDIA GPUs. 1 terabyte SSDs all the way down to 8 gigabyte. There's
no, I think that's a
drive.
terabyte. It's a hybrid drive with an 8 gigabyte flash partition or something.
I understood a couple of those words.
And then all with 450 watt power supply. So the specs are all over the board, which is what.
The thing is, I don't know if I don't know that I believe that that's a 450 watt power supply on a Titan build, because you need more than that. You need more than that to run a Titan. So I don't know. These specs all
get it to turn on, maybe.
Yeah, these specs all seem really high to me. Like I mean.
Really, a 660? I mean, that's kind of just
but think about. I mean, yeah, but think about how much just a build with an i3 and a 660 costs with 16 gigs of RAM, a terabyte SSD. I mean, that's a $500+ build, and like I don't think you're gonna have people lining up to buy these things if you're talking about $800, $1,000, $1,200 for this stuff. Like that's not really gonna compete with the consoles.
Yeah, that's true. But I think you'll also see ones that are meant for ones with Iris Pro graphics. I think you'll see, not in maybe these prototypes, but from people like XI3 or whatever, the guys who make the Piston. I think you might see some models with Iris Pro graphics in them. I can confirm the Iris Pro graphics, if you had the cooling, which my laptop definitely does not, if you had the cooling to game with one, it would definitely run most games 1080p at a 30 to 40 FPS, which like is totally acceptable if you're not playing a competitive game.
I mean, if you look at like the thing that surprises me is just the fact that the lowest spec for these prototypes is a 660. That's a great card, but I mean that's higher than the card that's in our $500 build.
Because we can't even come close to fitting a 660 in that thing.
Right. So that's why it surprises me. Is I would have thought there would be a prototype that's like maybe a 650 Ti or a 650 or something that like pretty comfortably sits below the $500 mark, so that you could be like, well, all right, so you can compete with the price of an Xbox or something.
Yeah.
But doesn't look like it. I don't know.
And no AMD video cards in there. But again, I'm sure you're going to see AMD cards in newer versions, especially if they want these R9 and R7 cards which support 4K resolution, which, yes, it's not commonplace now, but it will be.
That's why I've been waiting on my 1440 by 900, to upgrade. I'm just going to go right to 4K. Yeah. I'm not going to upgrade my video card, though, because my GTX 470 can support 4K,
Scott, 4K monitors are only about $3,000 right now. So
okay. I figure
you'll be all right.
If I cash the last check I got from Machinima and scrape together, sell my Xbox and a couple games, I could get like halfway there.
Maybe blow a dude too. You could probably
maybe blow a couple dudes. Yeah, I could go back to WeHo.
Because it's like, also you'd have to get a new video card. You'd have to get a new R9.
I can't even. It's unfathomable to me that unless you're just stupid rich, why you would ever.
Well, no games have textures for it right now either. So
I can see John doing it if John.
I can see John doing it.
Games support it, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're a few years away from that, but so this beta specs are going to be all over the map, and that's fine. That's how they should be, really. There is a huge difference between a 660 and a Titan, for instance. Also an i3 and a i7 4770. So we'll see where they go with this. We're going to start seeing the first retail ones in 2014, so it's a while off. But this next news story, kind of crazy. Maxis may be just giving up at this point, but I would definitely play SimCity again if modding was official and allowed.
Fuck that game.
The devil's in the details on this one.
Well, yeah, for sure. But
Wait, like
can't
literally?
you see modders? Can't you see modders like actually doing good shit with this game? Because I could.
Yeah, like
No,
making
because they
making
won't-
the
they
map
won't let
not
you-
fucking the size of a fucking
No,
sandbox.
that's the thing is they're basically just like they're basically just they want people to reskin stuff. Like that's pretty much all this is.
so done
Because
SimCity. What
they're
a
like
fucking
they're not
letdown
gonna let they don't want to let people actually like mess with the engine or mess with like the I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Like I've read multiple articles on this because I thought oh wow, is EA actually like realizing that this was a horrible decision? And as it turns out, like I think basically they're trying to save a little bit of face, like get some good PR with an article like this one in Polygon that says Max is considering official modding support for SimCity. And what it really means is like we're going to let you submit different skins for stuff, and like that's modding.
I want Fat Attack to clarify what he means by there's mods already and the game is pretty good right now. Please.
Well,
clarify.
there are mods that let you go outside the borders, but they're
Yeah, no, I've
definitely
seen
not
that.
official, and they're
Yeah,
definitely.
they're unofficial mods.
I bet you might get banned if you use some of them.
SimCity is going to support modding like Modern Warfare 3 had dedicated servers.
That's a good analogy.
go.
That's a really good analogy.
It's just such a shame, man, because the beginning of that game is so fun and it looks so good, and then you get in there and then you realize that you are fucked. Like you just can't. I just was
traffic
so
was so
frustrated.
broken.
Oh,
even when
it's
you
just-
got the game playing, it was like
So many good possibilities, and then just the was the space limitations? Didn't we talk about this? Did they say it was because the engine's like doing so many
they
calculations?
said it
at
was
once
due to
that-
trying to get it on more systems. So basically, they wouldn't sell as much because they would have had to
Yeah.
make the specs higher
It sucks, man.
for the simulation. Yeah, it was because that Glassbox engine, when we were covering that before that game
it's
came
sick.
out, was like, oh my god, awesome. But nope. Also, I love that, Fat Attack. Come on, that's not a positive. You can make some tunnels and bridges now, 6 months after the game came out. Now I can make a
let's be
bridge and
real.
a tunnel? Are you fucking kidding me?
I think he's being sarcastic.
He's trolling. Yeah.
But they also, like, if you just read the way everything is worded, like just this one line, they refer to it as UGC, which to me, like, that's the thing to me where it's like if you don't even refer to it as modding, UGC basically means skinning, like to in the free-to-play world and like in a context like this, like they say. They're trying to clarify guidelines and help players understand where the line is and protect both our UGC and non-UGC community. I just can't, like, this is so dumb. This is so stupid.
Speaking of other really dumb things, or things that I think are dumb, the Warcraft movie has a date now. December 18th, 2015. I think this is going to be
don't make it live
garbage.
action. Please don't make it live action.
Garbage.
It's gonna be live action, and that is not the route it should be going.
Directed by Duncan Jones, Moon and Source Code. I've never seen either of those. And written by the guy who wrote Blood Diamond
Moon is
and
good.
K-Pax.
I don't think of.
So it's going to star Kevin Spacey as a homesick alien in the middle of Azeroth. That's all I'm gathering right now.
I like the movie K-Pax. I'll defend it.
K-Pax is a good movie. Yeah.
It's an enjoyable movie.
So is this gonna? It's live action, right? Or is it not?
That's it. Probably, I would assume.
Couldn't the same thing though have been said about like Lord of the Rings before fucking Peter Jackson did it right?
Technically,
Couldn't people be like, well, why would you make it real live action if it's gritty and like they could pull it off.
it's a different scenario because you could pull off a Warcraft movie by just the cinematics. Look at all of the
Blizzard
cinematics.
Yeah,
it could be that.
I see what you're saying, but those never do well in movie form. We've learned from Final Fantasy, that kind of shit.
That's not true.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I've
agree.
never seen an animated movie do well.
Well, no,
That's
he
not
means.
animated.
I think
Computer animated is
Scott
like
is
super
like
realistic.
Pixar works, but like.
Yeah.
But
The Uncanny
like,
Valley is a dangerous thing, dude, and people don't like. Yeah, if it was done in the style, because the WoW cutscenes, well, I'm trying
they're
to think.
amazing. They're
really
amazing.
good.
The WoW cutscenes and stuff. But
I don't know.
the thing is, I also don't know what story are they going to use. Is this going to be a new story in the Warcraft world? Is this going to be like? If I was them, I would just
a lot of places they could go.
If I was them, I would just do the Arthas, the Arthas story, or like
from Warcraft 3.
Or like burning.
Or you could do like an Illidan story.
Illidan would be badass.
Illidan had a good Warcraft 3 story.
I would say just like Warcraft 3, do a quick recap of Warcraft 1 and 2. Because 3 was really when the storytelling started getting really good.
Yeah. There's some solid stories in 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of places they could go
I
with
just
that.
fully do not have high hopes for this. And as a huge fan of that world, I just don't have any hope for this.
I'm not gonna naysay until I actually see some like screens.
Like I think it's cool that it's finally getting a movie. Like if there's any video game lore that deserves a good movie, it's Warcraft. Like there's a bunch of great stories and stuff there that could make a great movie. So like at least someone's finally doing it.
Apparently in chat, I think it's mainly going to be CGI. This is from Ninja. Colin Farrell and the other lady signing up as the voice of so and so. So yeah, I'm guessing there would be a lot of CGI.
Remember how well did the didn't they do the Angelina Jolie one, like where she modeled for the character?
Are you talking about Beowulf, where it was all CG, but it was all mocapped?
Yeah, but it was the same kind of thing. So it looked kind of weird, and
the
that
effect
thing
was
bombed.
it was
bombed, though.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. People don't like it.
That movie was weird because there's no point to it. Because like they could have just done like live action stuff and then done like the CG stuff like the dragon and for Grendel and stuff like that. But no, they like went through the process of like doing mocap and modeling to make like real people into CG stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it was like an extra layer of work.
Yeah, it was really odd. I remember seeing the trailer for that, and I couldn't tell if it was real or not at some points, and just made me uncomfortable.
Okay, say what you will about the story and the overall experience. Avatar, I think, proves that this can work.
Okay. I could see an Avatar style movie.
Yeah,
for
Avatar
sure.
wasn't
Just
like a
tons and tons of
multi-million-dollar
heavy CG.
project with new technology.
but like so much of Avatar
I don't think Blizzard
is
era
just
Activision
CG.
has all that money.
Yeah,
Like there's so many shots in Avatar where it's not even people; it's just CG.
As long as Chris
that's
Metzen
fine.
isn't writing this, there is a little bit of hope. So
where's Bol or whatever his face is?
Yeah,
When
send
we
it
meet him.
Uva.
Uva.
I'm not sure if it's pronounced Uva or Uva, but
I think
I'm just glad it's not getting directed by Sam Raimi anymore.
That's true.
Spider-Man 3 GG. Fuck my life.
So Watch Dogs PC specs were revealed, and if you're on a 32-bit OS, you're out of luck. Can't play Watch Dogs, much like Battlefield 4.
And if you're on a 32-bit OS, you can't play it anyway because you have less than 4 gigs of RAM.
Kill yourself.
So
if you're on a 32-bit OS, you have bigger problems than not being able to watch.
Yeah,
Watch
gaming PC is not your first issue.
You need to join us in this decade. Well, no, in last decade rather.
So the interesting thing for me here is the Ultra specs. DirectX 11 GPU, not that surprising. 8-core CPU and 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, when they say 8-core, I read in another site that this would also equal like a 3930K, which doesn't have 8 cores. But so yeah, that's kind of crazy. So an Extreme Edition basically is what they're saying. CPU to get the best Watch Dogs experience, you would need a very, very monstrous machine. So if you do want it on Ultra,
we were
better
talking
have
about
some
this.
stellar ass render distances.
We were talking about this before, Dan. Like, I actually really like this. I like that
I'm
for
down.
like one of the first times, or at least one of the only times in recent memory, like a game is actually being really honest with its system requirements and saying, like, listen, you want to run this game really well, here's the hardware you can get to do it.
Don't be a fucking pussy, is what it's saying.
yeah.
It's just like when I see recommended, what was the game that was like recommended was like an 8800 GTX.
Yeah.
This is a game from the past year, and I was like, you cannot tell me your recommended video card is an 8800 GTX, and like whoever is writing
run at
that,
a decent frame rate. Yeah.
yeah.
Scott,
It's like
you are good. Scott, you are good to go. By the way, the
I know.
minimum is a GTX 460. So
I had a
One-
computer teacher
ten-
in high
I got
school who
10
told us
points
that we would
above.
never need anything higher than an 8800.
So, just to clarify for that, it shouldn't have been published. Bob with a good point. It shouldn't have been published as 8 cores. Should have been 8 threads, which means if you have 4770K, 3770K, 2600K, those all qualify for Ultra in the end because they have 8 threads. Or an AMD 8 core, which they actually have 8 cores. So that kind of thing is what you need. So, but I think that will get you, as you said, Brandon, I think that will get you an incredible experience. If you have that ultra spec, you will be getting one hell of a good-looking game.
Them even referencing hardware that high means that at some level they have either tested that or thought about like the experience if you have that kind of hardware, which I think is awesome. Because like if you do have that kind of hardware, it's nice to see a game. Like really, the only game that's been super crazy with that stuff is Battlefield. Like Battlefield 3 is obviously taking advantage of all the newer hardware, but a lot of games don't. So.
Yep. And speaking of
The Witcher 2 was the last game that we saw that revealed anything.
Oh God!
Witcher 2 willingly was like, I am going to fuck your computer. Like that game was just, it did not, super sampling in that game did not give a shit. Metro Last Light also had that. Metro Last Light, they were straight up like, you need 2 video cards for super sampling, or it's not going to happen. So I like when they do that. It means the PC heart to the games. That's good. But speaking of Battlefield, and this will make Brandon super happy if it actually ends up coming to fruition, the producer or director of the Bad Company franchise says it's going to make a return. So I don't know when we'll see that.
I think we all know it's going to make a return at some point. It's just like I don't trust that it makes a return in the next like four years.
Well, what if they start doing Battlefield and then Bad Company every other year, like Call of Duty turnouts?
I mean, I think they should.
I could see a Bad Company 3 after Mirror's Edge 2 and Battlefront come out. I could see it.
That's what I mean. In like 4 years.
Yeah.
But no, that could be like 2 years, depending on when these games get.
I don't know that you're seeing Battlefront till late 2015, early 2016.
Really?
Yeah, I really
I don't think Battlefront is that far along.
I'm gonna say, actually, 2015 probably.
I mean, like it only makes sense for them to eventually do Bad Company again because Bad Company 2 was really successful.
Such a good game.
So, I mean, I hope that I would like to see them do like an on-off cycle, like kind of like they do with Call of Duty, because Bad Company has a very different feel, and it's a very different game than Battlefield proper.
Better game.
It is a better game.
Yeah, I like.
All they needed to do was take BF3's movement and just give me Battlefield Bad Company 2. Yep. I just hate not being able to strafe. That's the only bad part about Bad Company.
The only thing that scares me is whenever they eventually do another Bad Company game, it's gonna use Battlelog. It's gonna have the stupid Battlefield progression system. Like it makes me afraid that whatever they do next for Bad Company 3 is gonna use like a bunch of recycled stuff from whatever Battlefield title is.
Bad Company Premium.
Here it comes.
Yeah. So maybe I'm not that excited.
But there's hope, and that's a good thing.
Hope springs eternal.
Few quick news stories to round it out. Few quick pieces of news. A new Deus Ex game is in development for next-gen systems, and this would also include PC. I can't see it not coming out on PC. That is all the news we have. It's in development, but that is a good thing, because Human Revolution was quite a good game. I would be very happy with the new Deus Ex game. That is quite good news. More good news for the hardcore crowd among us. Path of Exile releasing for real October 23rd.
What a joke. What a fucking joke. The game's been out.
It'll be at 1.0. It'll be on 1.0.
I was going to say,
when you're a free-to-play game and you go into open beta, you're released.
You're totally released. Like, you fucking accept it. It's so dumb.
But it'll be a pretty... I'm guessing there will be some pretty big changes. There's prestige classes in this game now, which intrigues me. But yeah, Path of Exile is quite a good game. So, if you haven't tried it, go give it a try.
You still playing that at all, Dan, or no? Just all Final Fantasy?
All Final Fantasy. All the time. Final Fantasy and fighting games. That's
all day, every
been
day.
my last month. And Source. I've been playing Source. I played Source before the podcast. So, but yeah. Arkham Origins... This is pretty cool. I like this. Even though
for this game.
I'm bad at the Arkham games. I like playing them though. Arkham Origins gets a roguelike mode, permadeath mode.
That's crazy.
It's called I Am the Night mode, which is a pretty cool name for it too. So if you're really hardcore, or you watch Man vs. Game, because I'm sure
I could see this.
I'm sure
I was
he
about
will
to
do
say.
this.
I was about to say. I could see this being a really fun stream
Yes.
mode.
Yeah. I don't think I ever died in Arkham Asylum in the 3 or 4 hours I put into that game, but I didn't even beat the game. But I enjoyed my time in it. But I'm not good at the combat in those games, so I won't do that. But Arkham Origins, yeah.
I feel like just about any game could make like a hardcore
They
roguelike
should.
mode.
They should.
And I mean, like, what does that hurt the game? It's
Nothing.
like it's just
Yeah,
fun for your
I mean,
most hardcore fans.
Bioshock had it. Batman's
Yep.
gonna have it.
There's
Yeah.
like, I mean, you almost have to, not to pump Twitch's tires even more, but you almost have to consider, like, something like this for, like, just to be like, hey, people are going to stream our game, and they're going to like watching something where a lot is at stake.
I feel like
You know?
I feel like it's something that would be really easy to implement, and it could add so much to like replayability and like being able to watch it over and over again.
Adding kind of an officially sanctioned speedrunning mode, sort of.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's a really cool idea.
because there are a few tweaks you would have to make, obviously, to a permadeath mode in most games.
Yeah.
But not that serious, you know? Not that would take so much manpower that it would make or break your budget. I would have loved to play Tomb Raider, for instance. I would love to go back and play Tomb Raider with permadeath on. That'd be fucking awesome. Be really difficult. Be great. But yeah, that's pretty cool, especially for the hardcore among us. And we're gonna take.
I like the consideration to hardcore. It's not very. It's like a small thing that you can do to make a large percentage happy. You know, like
Yeah.
Well, it
how
increases-
much work does permadeath really take?
What'd you
you
say,
know?
John?
Probably not anything.
It'll increase the longevity of your game by a shitload.
Yeah. Look at. I mean, Twitch again. Twitch. People love to watch Binding of Isaac. Not everyone, obviously, but people like to watch Binding of Isaac. Why do they like to watch it? Because there's the constant threat that something is going to go horribly wrong, or go horribly, or horribly well. You never know what could happen. So, I mean, watching games like that is awesome. When I watched Lethal Frag play I Want to Be the Boshi, if you guys have never seen that game, it is a hardcore platformer, but hardcore isn't even a word strong enough to describe how hard that game is. Games like that are fun to watch because there's always the threat that's going to be over. And when the game like Origins, which is going to be 10 plus hours, I would assume, something like that. I mean, that would be horrible. You die like 6 or 7 hours in. Be great to watch.
I feel like it's an easy way to give service to the fans that are gonna like buy all that game's DLC. All like the people that are gonna put the most hours into that game are gonna be the ones that get the most enjoyment out of that. And like Blacklight was saying, like how hard is it to really implement? I think that's a cool thing to do. To just say, here, you've beaten the game. You can try this if you want.
Yeah.
Make
Good
it
luck,
fucking
dude.
impossible. Make
I
it
just like
more
seeing them
difficult.
give.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think it will be, John. I think that would be part of it. I mean, there's no details on that, but usually permadeath modes, less ammo, less, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. But we're going to take a 2-minute commercial break and then come back with some Twitter questions and one email question. So we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Who's that getting run over in the photo?
Let me throw it. Wait.
Who's getting run over by that?
Oh, that's
NASCAR?
iJustine. It's iJustine.
Okay, I couldn't tell. I thought it was, but I couldn't tell.
I'm gonna add one. I'm gonna add a picture below that. Give me a second.
Please don't.
Alright.
No, it's topical.
Adblock Pro for the win. JK Incognito mode time. What a troll.
Such a rash series of emotions.
Well,
I will return. Oh, my voice. Oh, God. The iJustine video. Oh, with the Nick Fenton rides with Nick Baggett top comment.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good.
Look at that old YouTube player.
I know. Rippy
Wow.
Dippy.
It's not even that old. That's like That's like 2 years ago. Wow, it's 2 years ago in a day. Look at on October 5th, 2011.
Wow.
That video.
Creepy.
You're crowning achievement on the internet.
Every
Was getting
time
uploaded to there.
Every
That was
time I go
dumb.
to YouTube now and I like,
I
think
had
about
the top comment for like 3 months onto the face.
every time I go onto YouTube now and I look at like the front page of someone's channel, even if they've done it up correctly, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like this channel page. What? I mean, we haven't even done the KBMOD one yet because I'm just like, I don't even know what to do with this garbage interface you've presented me with.
Yeah, you like make a banner.
I'm not
and
a
that's
fan.
about it.
Yeah.
You can make like
so
a trailer.
bad. This podcast does need a permadeath mode.
I'm gonna set my channel trailer as your boy.wmv.
You should.
So it auto plays that.
I would
You
just
die
have.
in the podcast, you die in real life.
Yeah, that's actually true.
That's literally what it is.
That's actually
This isn't
true.
real life? Oh, okay.
All right, Twitter, as my voice on its last legs. Twitter, Mimi sending in them questions via email, via the snail electronic mail. When do you think Google Fiber will spread enough so that other internet providers feel threatened? Well,
It's already happened in
it's
Austin.
already happening.
Yeah. But not on a
AT&T's already
national.
offering fiber in Austin, or they've been telling people they're going to.
They are. They beat Google to the punch there on the rollout. So AT&T is offering 700 up, 700 down. If that's still not enough for you, you can wait for Google Fiber if you live in Austin. But
Competition's a funny thing.
I need a bigger pipeline for my Tube Galore HD videos.
Yeah, the
on
minute-
the HD page.
I'll tell you what, though, John.
There's
The
an
minute I
HD
saw
page?
AT&T, the
Yeah.
minute I saw AT&T was doing this, I was like, "Yep, it's happening. It's happening."
You still got 15, 20.
Why are
on a
we
national
talked about this
level.
before? But the reason
Yeah.
the U.S. is so behind in internet is just because of fucking
They don't need
big
to.
business, right? No, but it's just because of fucking they're not allowing this tech to be like they're all fucking working together.
Well,
all these companies. I'm telling you.
Also, FiOS is
Yeah.
starting to offer 500 down, 100 up packages,
Yeah.
and that's going to spread. When it does get here, I will be one of the first people signing up for it, but we'll see. But I don't know. I think it is a while off. I will say
It's
that.
going to take a while because the problem is that it's all regional monopolies. So, like, just because Google Fiber comes to one city, like AT&T, for instance, they'll respond in that one city, but they don't have to improve their service anywhere else. So for it to actually, like, come to other places where there's not competition, I mean, that's years and years away.
Yeah, but this is what Google wanted. This is like AT&T.
Their goal is to
this
just make
AT&T
everybody
thing.
else do shit the right
Yeah.
way.
They're just
Yeah,
like, we're not going to,
unfortunately,
like...
Unfortunately for all of us, like, that's just a side business for Google.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to be in any hurry to, like, they're gonna expand wherever they can get, you know, really nice deals from municipalities and, like, lay
Right.
all their fiber for free and all that.
The good thing is I can see Pittsburgh getting Google Fiber sooner rather than later, and by sooner I mean by like 2017 or something. I could definitely see it happening though. We have a Google office. It's a pretty progressive town tech-wise at this point. I'm hoping. This is me hoping. Because, man, that would be awesome.
It's getting better. Unfortunately, it's just bringing net neutrality more and more to the light as
Yeah.
certain internet providers throttle or have weird network management practices.
Yeah, and it's crazy, and we've talked about this a little bit before, how much these new consoles are going to rely on you having good internet, and this game streaming and all that kind of stuff. But it's just not there yet, though. Like,
Well, I think that's one of the things that maybe could help kind of speed up, the progression and improve internet speeds, because when you have, parents and kids that maybe aren't very technically savvy buying consoles and just trying to use what they consider like basic features, like trying new stuff out, they're gonna call their ISP, when they can't, like when they see the error message or whatever. So hopefully that actually helps speed that sort of thing up, but I don't have a lot of faith it will.
Yeah. I would say you might see it in every major municipality speeds like that, and I do mean major cities. 15 years down the line, I think that's how long you're looking. But
it's just such a huge investment for them, no matter what deal they get. You're talking, tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah. Yep. So, I don't know. I think we're a ways away. Is what we can answer on that one.
Yeah.
I would love it tomorrow. That'd be fucking sweet. So I could have my office internet at home.
Yep. That'd be great. So, next question from @Dreamcosis, who made one of the best COD 4 montages I've ever seen.
Dreamcosis, oh yeah. Love that
if
montage.
you could do COD 4 bounces in real life, what would you bounce off of?
Big fake boobs.
No, that's not a bad answer.
That's
a
not
good
a bad
answer. God damn it.
That's a pretty good answer.
I would bounce on Dan's testicles.
Giant cojones.
They're not worth a damn anymore, so it's okay.
That's why I can destroy them.
I would do a bounce off of Gaben, I think.
Good answer, yeah.
I would have him lay prone, prostrate, and bounce
Off
off
his
that
stump?
belly.
Wait,
Do a 360 off his belly.
So you'd have him lay down, not prone. You want to jump off the belly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
You
apologize.
could get double lift if you had him laid down on top of his yoga ball that he sits on in his office.
Yeah.
And then bounce off his belly, which would then, kind of be added, just sandwiched.
Yeah.
Sandwiching
I like this.
that yoga ball.
I like this.
I'd
This is a good
bounce
idea.
off Scarlett Johansson, but if something happened to slip in there on my way down, it's not my problem. Not my fault. And then I'd bounce
You're
back
already
up.
gone. You're up in the air and see it.
Yeah, exactly.
you're-
See you later.
And you will have came. And that
That one. It'll be over for me.
Bouncing off Wings of Redemption, not a bad call. I'm down.
Okay.
Seems
I'd
bounce.
I'd bounce off the Halo 2 map Zanzibar.
Just the entire map?
No, you crouch under the big wheel and then you turn around and then you jump onto the crack and then you get a big bounce.
Bouncy McBounce. There you go. All right, well,
Yeah.
Zanzibar
Everything.
bounces.
Yep.
All right, this
Classic.
next question has never been asked before, amazingly. @OMG Phantom asks, what is your favorite unit of measurement?
Furlong.
Gigabits per second.
What did you say, John?
Gigabits per second.
Gigabits per second. It's a good one. Brandon, you stole mine. I was going to say furlong because I like Edward Furlong. Yeah, furlong's-
Parsecs.
Parsecs.
4 years ago. Lincoln speak. I'm a fan of.
Lincoln speak. You just want to scores. You
yeah,
just start
so
measuring
score.
time.
Score, yeah, score, I guess.
Score is a measurement of time.
Yeah, score.
Yeah. It is.
There are a bunch of really funny units of measurement, and there's actually a Wikipedia article for list of unusual units of measurement. So
You
now,
wouldn't know about that.
Well, now I gotta go look at this. Unusual units of measurement because I cannot let this go unturned.
you
right
have
now.
things like a micro fortnight and a nanocentury.
What is a nanocentury? Is it 1 year? Because I'm gonna kill somebody if it is. Why don't we
I
just
don't
call that
know.
a fucking year at this point?
It is approximately 3.155 seconds.
All right, I'm done.
Sure. Okay.
Some dude just made that shit up. How about a cord and rick? A cord and rick. That's for
Solid.
volume. It's used to measure firewood and pulpwood. Okay, there you go. Let me see what else we got. Ooh, there's a furman, not a furlong. A dog year. How long is a dog year?
7.
It's yeah.
Oh,
well,
it's
wait,
1/7 of a year.
No,
Oh, wait, no.
a dog
Yeah.
year is a seventh of a human year.
Yes.
Oh, it's-
Approximately
Oh.
52 days.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
A galactic year. Okay, that's really big. I don't even know what that number is. It's so big. Alright, what else we got here? The Hiroshima bomb? Is it? Oh, okay.
What?
People
You don't
measure.
It's like
people measure.
megatons?
points of comparison.
Oh, okay. What else
I
we
thought he
got?
was like talking about like the megatons or what.
The mother cow index. Formerly used in real estate transactions in the American Southwest, it was the number of pregnant cows an acre a given plot of land could support. It acted as a proxy for the agricultural quality, natural resource availability, and arability of a parcel of land. Boom.
See, who says this isn't an educational podcast?
You've just learned something, motherfuckers.
I did forget about the mimosa fuckery measurement system.
The mimosa
shoutcast. Yeah.
There's the Keurig.
What exactly is that measuring?
So it's exactly how many exactly 5 mimosa make up 1 fuckery. So it's basically saying 5 mimosas. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Mimosas are delicious. If I can just add that.
It's an
conversation.
esports measurement. Mimosa
Yeah, exactly.
fuckery.
Yeah, most
Like
commonly used during shoutcasts.
Yeah, if someone in CS was to run into a room
Yep,
with 5 people in it and take them
Yes.
all out, that would be a mimosa fuckery.
absolutely.
So there
Okay,
you go.
that actually makes perfect sense.
Yep, yep.
NFEN
There's-
vids per year. We could do johnsfatcock vids. Sinwin vids per year.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
One.
0 for me. All right. That was a good question. At Nuketown Noob asks, what are you most excited for at LAN?
This is
Pancakes.
literally the only question I would ever approve of. Ask them.
Pancakes.
Dan Cakes, you're most excited. I am honestly most excited.
I'm most excited for Nuketown Noob to not be there.
Oh,
Is he
John's
gonna be there?
He is going to be there.
no.
Never mind.
Going.
That's unfortunate.
John said it though
Cancel
for
the
me.
whole thing.
John said it
refund
though
our
for
plane
me. He
tickets
really
and make
did.
'em-
Because it honestly, nothing gets us more hype during that thing than when we see someone give like $1,000 from so and so, and then you just like, oh my god,
It's like an absurd amount of money.
my faith
You
is
only need
reaffirmed.
100 more people.
Yeah, we can hit our goal today. By the way, the team is already at like 5K. We haven't even started yet, so
Yeah, on
Pretty
one of my
awesome.
my practice runs, the one I did for Emulation Station, somebody donated 100. It was really awesome.
Nice.
yeah. So
I think my most anticipated part, aside from all the money we're going to make for people who need it, is the inevitable meltdowns that people experience after being sleep deprived and video
that's
games
true.
for many hours in a row.
Hex
It's always fun.
saying "fuck the children."
Yeah,
Me,
Hex completely reversed his
I don't-
stance on the
I
children.
don't think I think I just get really giggly. Like, I just get stupid.
Which
me,
is fun.
me and the donuts. I really have no memory of that, but it happened. All that kind of stuff. Those are
Yeah,
good
I'm looking
times.
forward
Yeah,
to just
Dan-
being with all the bros, man, for that long. We're gonna
Yep.
it's gonna be a massive sausage fest.
Brandon and I
excited.
playing some sort of brain teaser game, Sleepy as
Oh
fuck.
God.
Yeah, we should do that again. We gotta find
Oh,
find
that
a
was so
good
funny.
like.
We should get the Portal 2
complex
has like
game.
Portal 2 has like DLC.
Oh, we could do that.
You can download maps.
Man, when we were just sitting there staring at each other for 20 minutes, like just staring at each other, we were like,
We had to basically stop looking at chat because people would just post spoilers because they were annoyed.
Tinquar was in chat for that, and he was so annoyed. He was so fucking angry. I just remember that. It's just like, you guys are so dumb. You're still dumb after all these years. At the Epic Brando asks, if you were a childhood Disney star, what would be your downfall when reaching adulthood?
Twerking.
Getting fucked in the ass by another popular star on cam. If I was
Scott-
a female. If
Scott
I was
is
a
going,
female.
what if you were a male?
It's
Then nothing
you're-
could take me down.
Not getting
fine.
fucked in the ass by another male.
That would be the end of my career. Everyone would expect me to at least do that to break
Oh,
free
that's-
from my
I mean-
Disney.
That's the end of one career, the beginning of another.
That's true. That's a good point. What would be the downfall? I mean, I do look at that shit. That's a good question because I look at the shit like Justin Bieber, right? Who's been like, from a young age, right? Once his YouTube shit blew up, he became this fucking star. Like, how do you expect these kids not to have fucking issues, dude? They're
Yeah.
they can get anything they want. They have all the money in the world. They're not really accountable to anyone other than the brand that they're trying to achieve. So of course he's gonna go out and smoke weed and hang with fucking hood rats and fuck bitches. Like, good for him, man. Do what you want. Like, I don't give a fuck. Go do heroin if you want. Fucking go live your life. Like, it's so stupid. Like, people are like, he is such a role model. It's like, he's not a role model. He sings music. He has a talent. Fucking teach your kids how to fucking... God, it makes me so upset. Like, people get so fucking worked up over that role model shit. Like, be a role model to your own kid. You fuck up. You shouldn't even have had a kid in the first place. It's just
This really simple question just got really, really deep.
I know. I just makes me mad.
The rant.
Ugh, fucking A, dude.
So has anybody said NDMA yet? Because I'm gonna go with MDMA.
MDMA would be
It's
your
gonna be
downfall.
my downfall.
A new sub, Zubu.
I'm gonna. It's Anubis. I'm gonna. Oh, another one. Jesus, subs on subs.
All the subs.
My downfall would be that I originally started out on a Disney show where we made these zany, epic meals, and then eventually, you know, that channel, that show where we made epic meals, then I would make a gaming channel, and and off of the success of that epic meal show, I would try to garner popularity on that gaming channel, but my videos would be utter shit.
Is this a troll?
And,
Do they actually have a YouTube channel? I don't even know.
Yeah, they do.
You're making fun of Epic Mealtime?
Terrible.
Is it?
It's fucking awful.
What are they playing? Just like random stuff, or what's
It's like two of them playing like GTA 5, like one commenting on the other. It's
What's it
fucking
called?
terrible. It's called Original Gamer, guys. It's terrible.
So I'll go shit on it.
It's really bad. It's really bad. But that would be my
downfall.
Nor do I have zero
Sorry, go ahead,
idea.
Scott.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't. Nothing I can say about Epic Mealtime will be positive, and also won't be helpful for any of my future career. So,
Okay.
GG.
Okay, well.
But I like Epic Mealtime.
I'm trying to clarify though, Dan. Would your downfall be that you're putting too much effort into the wrong thing that's just not working out, or would your downfall be that eventually all the horrible things you've done to your body with the cooking show beforehand is going to catch up to you and kill you at like 40?
Well, let me clarify. If I had a beard like Harley, that would be awesome. Let's just get that out
I think
of
everybody
right
agrees
now.
that.
That is a hell of a beard.
K9 subscribed? What is going on?
Again,
today?
this is like his fourth account.
Wow.
Again.
Wow.
My
the subs.
downfall would probably be diversifying into areas I should not have diversified into. That would be my downfall.
Okay.
Maybe I should have took the money and run when the
Yeah,
meals.
you want to look at child stars that fucking Justin Timberlake, man. What a fucking legend that guy.
Oh my God! The subscribers is flowing
Four?
like water
What?
right now.
Oh
Shuey
my
13.
goodness.
Flowing like wine.
Like the salmon of Capistrano.
New Dumb and Dumber
Travis
coming.
Pastrana?
Oh my gosh. Travis the salmon of Travis Pastrana?
Oh shit. Another one? What the fuck? The Prospect? Oh my god.
Timberlake though. Timberlake.
So apparently the
Yeah, he did it
podcast just
right.
needs to be all Twitter questions.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Another
one?
This is
AK.
just
This is palpable.
this is becoming
Keep it going,
upsetting.
people. Wow.
You get a subscription. Someone put the Oprah.
Someone get the bees gif. And
Yeah,
send it in
someone get the bees
subscriptions.
gift.
Till the end, so that because I think most
Just
people are
unload your
gonna-
wallets. It's fine.
Yeah.
Make sure you have money for November, though.
Listen, yeah, real
Once
quick, save your money a little bit for extra.
The new
life.
reality is palpable. That's right.
After you sub, save the rest of the money that you were going to spend on other
You
things.
would
Make
prefer
sure
you
you-
donate that $250 to Extra Life, but you want to
Yeah.
give it to us.
the creepy.
But what? No, another? Jesus,
Guy,
this is
I
horrible.
can't.
Okay, we can't do this anymore. We have a
This is
podcast to run. Timberlake is a great example of doing it right. Scott, you had a good call there. As
Yeah,
far as
totally.
child-
Just-
Doesn't
He's-
take
he's
himself
one-
seriously.
he's one in a
Watch
sea
the
of
watch the
many.
hashtag video with him and Jimmy Kimmel.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
he doesn't
yeah,
care.
he's good. He makes fun of himself. He's fucking, but he's never really had like any public like issues ever. You never hear anything about him.
Yeah, he dated Britney Spears, and then he just went on the up and up.
Yep.
And
He made it out of Britney Spears alive.
yeah, he made.
That's true. That's true.
She didn't even do that.
Yep. She couldn't even handle herself. Look at her.
She's doing all right now, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's back.
Well, she's on like X Factor or whatever. Like occasionally I'll see a clip of somebody who has like some kind of goofy thing on X Factor and Reddit puts it up or whatever. She always seems like really like sad and on the brink of another meltdown.
yeah.
That's just I can't get into it too deep, but that's just like my first impression kind of deal.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just don't know how any of us would actually handle though being like
Oh, no.
crazy famous and then just basically. But wouldn't you think these kids at this point they would have people to prepare them for for this kind of
But
thing.
you can't
Like that-
prepare
yeah,
for
somebody-
that. It's impossible.
Well, you've seen
It's-
so many people go through it. It'd be like,
Yeah, but you have
You know
to
what
go
I
through
mean?
it.
There'd be a career built around saving people from their own
yeah, no,
destruction.
but basically be like, hey, you're a child star. Like this may not last forever, so we need to work on a good transition. Don't go
Yeah.
doing crocodile in an alley with
With little
like-
little twist.
Yeah, don't do that because that will not be a good way.
I
To
think
go.
Miley's next single is actually called Crocodile.
All right.
God, can we talk about
Came
Miley
in
real-
like a crocodile.
Can we talk about Hutch has a 9-inch cock subscribing to our?
Oh my God! Tonight, I can't.
What a name.
Wow, the record sub night tonight. Just no question.
If there
If you're
was
listening to the audio
levels-
version, you really should probably watch the VOD.
And then you can sub and have all these people spam emotes at you,
Yeah,
and it's
changes are coming to the emotes. Changes are coming.
my-
Good changes.
Yeah, can
Uh,
we talk about Miley real quick though? Just I don't want to.
You have to.
Go ahead,
Let's
Scott. Go
well,
ahead.
No, talking about child stars, like
about it, Scott.
I get it, Miley. I get it that you have a vagina and you like to get fucked. I understand. I've established this from all the videos of you half naked or totally naked. I'm sure you fucked Terry Richardson during that photo shoot. He fucks all the sluts that he takes photos of. Goddamn, why they're fucking Terry Richardson? I have no idea. If that guy's getting it, I should be getting it all the time. But the other thing I have to say too about Miley is that the hair, man, the hair does not do it for me. I don't understand the short hair.
It looked
shit.
way better once he had longer hair.
It was totally better. And
Can I
will
just
say,
comment on hair really quickly? Felicia Day cut her hair, bros.
I'm
It
done.
looks
Is it short?
real
I'm
good.
done.
Yeah, it's short.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
like some people can pull it off. But the yellow butch haircut on Miley is just not good. So I really think she should grow her hair out. But she does look good in the 23 video, I will say, if you guys haven't seen that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, when it comes to Miley Cyrus, do whatever you want, get as crazy as you want. Go, fuck everybody in the entire universe if you want.
Yeah.
Put your tongue back in your fucking mouth. Because the second I see a teenage girl on my Facebook feed, for whatever reason, so somebody, one of my friends likes it, or it's my cousin or whatever. But as soon as I see a girl on my Facebook feed or on Twitter gets retweeted with her fucking tongue sticking out of her mouth like Miley Cyrus, I am killing her, and her blood will be on your hands, Miley.
Wow.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be your fault. You
No,
brought
I
this
agree.
upon
I just
her.
don't, like, I know that Miley, the thing is, there's no point in getting worked up about it because she knows what she's doing, and she's obviously going
it's
over
all,
the top on purpose.
It's all a troll.
But it really is starting to be so eye-rolling at this point. Like, I can't anymore.
It's like the Amanda Bynes meltdown on Twitter. She fucking
Right,
knew exactly what she was doing.
Totally. People like Amanda Bynes really lost it. I'm like, you telling me that girl just lost it like that? No one literally becomes a ratchet bitch overnight without it being
doesn't
calculated.
That's not even remotely true.
Okay.
Well, while we're on the subject, would you mind giving me your opinion on Deion Sanders being hospitalized for possible kidney stones? Maybe Lauryn Hill being released from prison? I feel like you're really well qualified for a lot of these other topics on the front page of TMZ right now.
Oh yeah, I'm TMZ man. I love it. I think the kidney stones were actually a publicity stunt to get him a little attention. To be honest, he's had problems with his intestinal
You
tract.
want to know what's wrong with America? Last week I said it was crocodile that was wrong with the world.
Yeah.
TMZ is
Yeah.
the epitome
Yeah, TMZ is a very good example
of human garbage.
Yep.
TMZ is
Anyone
the
who
reason we
works
haven't
there-
landed on Mars yet.
Probably.
I mean, fuck everything about that. Like, nobody cares. And if you do care about that, you are wasting my oxygen. Like, if you are watching TMZ
minute,
and like,
like-
man, I cannot believe Dion has kidney stones.
Right.
Pray for Dion.
Kill yourself.
Like,
Like the minute I see like an attractive girl pick up one of those magazines or talk like she likes to keep up with the stars, not only do my eyes glaze over, but I tend to just walk the other way. It's it's so dumb. Like, oh, God.
it's
It
like
hurts.
Rachel Ray gains 40 pounds. I don't give a shit. I do not care. And you shouldn't either. I think you have more problems in your life at that point.
Oh,
Definitely.
God.
I
Fucking.
just
upsetting.
can't. So on to
So,
a really
Twitter
serious
questions.
question. Yeah, on to a really serious question from Bob the Red Dino. My doctor told me my sticky pee isn't supposed to be brown. Is he lying?
Wait, what?
No, you're supposed to be making a white penis, honey.
Sticky P is the best shit I've ever heard. Sticky P.
It's supposed to be white penis honey.
Oh,
White
man.
penis honey.
Yeah, if
I have-
if
I
you
have-
brown penis honey.
No, I actually can relate to Bob DeRino. I think I told the story before. But the first time I ever actually ejaculated, it was
Oh god.
brown. And that is
Oh
not-
my god.
Stop!
I don't
Fucking stop!
By the way,
Stop.
Scott, you may want to contact Professor GX Splinter. He is the leading professor at the Sticky P United Research Team, SPURT. We're leading the leading research center for Sticky P. You may want to contact him because this is another wrinkle for penis honey that we did not know about before.
Oh my god.
So
I think, Scott, what might have happened is you...
Brandon just...
My god.
He's done. You killed him. So what happened, Blacklight?
I think he may have gotten kicked in the balls at some point and just had blood in there. And it just sat there and coagulated for like 12 years.
Honestly, no, I'm not even kidding though. I can remember. This sounds weird, but like.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, also, Amendum, I agree with Nick.
Again, so I think it was just like you got to clean it out. You just pop it out. Like maybe it was sitting in there for a while. Who knows?
You just
never
gotta
know.
lube the tubes, you know?
It's been white all from here. So
Yeah.
In with the good, out with the bad.
right. Maybe
So-
it's just a bad batch of semen. Maybe my body didn't know what it was doing the first time.
Yeah, it's...
It mixed my intestinal tract with my
Oh god.
reproductive system, and I my semen was poop flavor. Or something.
Maybe your body just didn't know what it was doing yet. It hadn't yet met up with the puberty of Walter White, which told you to knock off the fucking chili powder thing. Did you
Yep.
put your penis in chili powder?
Oh, I didn't know. I was too young to understand how great that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true.
So-
I guess most kids don't get into that until 14 or 15.
So no, it's not supposed to be brown. That's the direct answer. It's supposed to be white penis honey. My semen was poop flavored. aplfisher. At Anion asks with another deadly serious question: who are you most like during sex? Lil B the based god, Guy Fieri the chef god, which I can't even say without laughing, Dr. Seuss,
Last one.
or
Oh, God.
or Stephen Hawking post nerf. I love our viewers. Riot, please, he says in the chat. Why you nerf Stephen Hawking AD carry? Why you do this?
Nerve.
I'm going with if anyone here goes with Guy Fieri, you're fired. I'm gonna go with Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I don't know what Dr. Seuss did during sex, but I feel like we would align as well. I'll go
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss. I don't think
does it
anyone
make-
could ever be the base god in the bedroom.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here, except maybe John, can claim to be the base god.
You know,
I don't.
I don't want to get fired, but I do put sunglasses on the back of my head when I...
Well, I'm also in the same category, Nick, but for a different reason. It's because my pubes are frosted on frosted tips.
Those frosted curlies.
I just had an image of Guy Fieri's face on Nick's fucking crotch.
I don't even have a dick. It's just Guy Fieri's face. I pull up at the urinal next to you, and you get a peek, and you just see this in your peripheral vision. It's this like really bright white hair. I'm pulling Guy Fieri's face out of my fly.
He looks over and
And he
looks back
looks
up
up-
at him. It's like, yeah, let's go, brother.
He looks up and he's like, that is a dynamite piss you're rocking, brother.
Oh, that is solid. That is a solid piss, bro.
That's a dynamite piss, bro. Lots of flavor.
Hey,
Lots
hey.
of flavor.
He's like tasting it because it comes out of his mouth. Very succulent. Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of Guy Fieri's face on my balls.
It's just.
Man. And you have to bro grab with your crotch after every piss, or else you won't be put away.
That's true.
He forces you to bro grab, and he's not going anywhere. Can't even speak this sentence.
Wow, what a question to end on. Oh god. I think that's it.
Well,
Is it? Do we have
I made an executive decision that we can't top where we just went.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yep.
oh, thank you for coming out, everybody, to the KBMOD podcast for episode 112. Thanks to the 75 million subs that just occurred.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the cast.
Want more of this? Just keep subbing. This is what happens when people sub this much. Shit goes crazy. I don't know.
Stephen Hawking post nerf. I just can't. He was too good. He was
Shit.
and then he throws that in the document.
Oh my God.
November 1st through the 3rd, we mentioned it before, Extra Life Marathon. Be there. Be there.
Yes.
43 hours of good times.
It's gonna be real.
Make sure you follow us here on Twitch if you're new. We're closing in on that 7,000 follower mark. Follow us on Twitter at KBMOD Gaming, on Facebook, facebook.com/KBMOD, and on YouTube, where there are actually 5 videos going up this week. So youtube.com/KBMOD Gaming, go there and subscribe. We would thoroughly enjoy that from you. And streams this week.
Also rate us on iTunes if you
Yes.
still listen to the audio version, which now at this point is clearly inferior.
You can't see my gunners, you noobs.
But
I kind of
yeah.
like the Felicia Day new haircut, actually. It kind of
It's
works
pretty
on
good.
her.
It's
I
pretty
agree.
good. But
I agree.
that's it for this week. And make sure to apply for SPURT, the Sticky P United Research Team. We're taking all applicants. And we'll see you next week for episode 113. Later, bros.
Later, guys.
See ya.